It's IndyCar race weekend, and you know what that means. When they race, we race first. And now it's time for some top split action in the 2024 IndyCar iRacing Series for the final time this season. It's just me and Antonio in the booth. Antonio, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Gary. Great to see you. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to P1 Broadcasting coverage of the last round of the IndyCar iRacing Series. We're in beautiful Nashville, and we're looking, for a great race. Excited about it. Although with Nashville, I do have a love-hate relationship. Gotta say it that way. Gotta get it out of the way early. I have had success here. I have had a couple of poles. Never won here, but that's the other thing. But I'm also not really the best at driving at this place. So, again, love-hate relationship. But if it's anything similar to what we saw on the fixed race earlier this week, it should be a lot of fun. There would be comers and goers. Tire wear is going to be super important as it typically is at this place. So drivers will need to really take care of their tires, really take care of their equipment, because we're in here for a long race. It's 200 laps, and we're reading up. Let's
starting lineup.
How about we go through the field?
Yep, go right ahead.
All right. So with a really, really fast lap is Will Lyon. He's going to be on pole with a 23 flat. He's going to be joined by Alan Bradshaw in the front row. He's going to be starting second in the number 10 car with a 23.01. Very fast lap time for him as well. Row 2, we have two veterans of the series and veterans of the IndyCar community. It's Matt Taylor from MattWorks with a 23.06. He's going to be starting third. And he's joined by Hugo Olson with a 23.09. It's been a while since we last saw him, but we know that Hugo is really, really good at the ovals. Row 3, we can find Matty Sinclair with a 23.1, and he's going to be joined by Christian Hilgard, who also did a 23.1. In fact, they both did a 23.108, so they're going to be, they actually had the same exact time, maybe, to the fourth digit in that record there is the tiebreaker, but so Matty Sinclair and Christian Hilgard make up Row 3. Row 4, we can find Miss Excitement, Olivia Hayward. She's going to be starting 7th. Joined by Wesley Butler, 23.1. He's going to be starting 8th. Row 5, we can find Logan Edwards, joined by Justin Brink, starting 10th. Then we find in row 6, Jesus Solaguren from Spain. There you go, a little bit of that Spanish pronunciation.
There you go, yeah.
And he's going to be joined by Jason Walad, starting 12th. Then in row 7, we can find good friend of the show, Justin Petchar, joined by Jarno Kausch. Row 8, it's AJ Pritchett, joined by Rob Gibson. Row 9, we can find Wayne Hutchinson, joined by Robin Pagado. In row 10, we can find Richard Vasquez, joined by Kevin Burrell, who didn't set a time. He's going to have a lot of work to do. Row 11 is Marcy Baroni and Bren Roberts, and bringing second of the field is George Howden, starting 23rd, and that is your 23 car field as we're getting ready to go racing. Look at the timing, just a pace car pulled off. And we're green.
Gosh, we're almost pros at this.
Oh, looks like Hugo also forgot to fuel. So he's probably still, he set maybe the fuel level for qualifying, and now he's going to have to pit early.
Ooh,
he's going to have a late car, though.
All right, so he forgot, he switched to his race setup, and it only had qualifying fuel in it. Ouch.
Yeah. Somebody spinning up. Somebody spinning. That's Jarno Kausch. No, Robin Pagado. He was starting from the pits. No caution. In the meantime, Hugo Olson with that light car. He's catching up with Lyon. They are pulling away from everybody. Olson has the fastest lap by 2/10 over Lyon, and he's probably going to try and make a move here as soon as he can. Get that clean air.
Those guys at the front have really broken away. And it's going to be even bigger when Hugo has to make this early pit. So a bit of a faux pas on the power team squad there, as they did not fill up the car to the full amount for the race.
I mean, the other thing is maybe he did and he's just playing with us.
Maybe he is. I don't know. He's going to the inside. We shall see. And you send Hugo to the lead. Might we see him coming to pit road? Might we not?
Yeah. To the lead Olsen. P2 now, Will Lyon from Indy Alliance Racing. Then we have Matt Taylor, P3 from AdWords. He seems to be... Taylor is in a little bit of a more conservative stint or start to the stint, and that's super smart to do, because you start saving fuel, you start saving tire, and then at the end of the stint you can also go fast, you go hard. If you really push for it, your tires will be disintegrated, especially with this track temperature. They will be gone in 40 laps, something like that, and there will be no more threat left in them. So a lot of it is going to be about managing your fuel, about managing your tires, and making sure that they are there until the end of the stint. Olsen is flying, by the way.
Yeah, let's give you a look at, since he already has the purple lap, 200. He's the only car in the 200 bracket. Caution on the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley Butler involved. And, oh no! Kevin Burrell, the championship leader. Oh no! This is critical. But Alex Van de Sand's not in the lineup. Wow. This is soup. Oh man. This is like what Pelot does not want to see happen this weekend.
Oh no, that is rough.
He comes off okay.
It looks like
Wesley Butler comes off he goes to the apron. Okay, so he catches the apron, goes to the grass,
apron bad.
Catches it, comes back out on the pit lane, and then tries to send it up on the racetrack, and he should have just broke. Man.
And then he also destroyed. Pritchett.
AJ Pritchett. Oh man. Let's watch from I don't know what to say. Let's watch from Pritchett's point of view. I think chat's gonna have to chime in on that one. I think that was just a bad rejoin. I think that was a very bad rejoin. He should have just probably tried to hit the brakes if he could have, as soon as he hit that apron portion, and after the grass. Okay, so there you see the action happen in front of him. Everything's down low. And yeah, he should have hit the brakes there and tried to make the turn to go around and just nails our championship leader. And then here comes Pritchett, and he just kind of backs up into him. Oh my goodness! Yeah. I don't know what that's going to do to the championship. This is Championship Saturday, folks.
I don't know. I think Burrell had a strong enough lead, and a lot of folks are now focusing a little bit more on the Pro Series. So I haven't really seen that huge SOFs, but still, I would be, as I can imagine, Kevin is really, really annoyed at that, because it's just not taking into account your fellow competitors. Okay, you made a mistake, you clipped the apron. That's fine. We've all done it. I mean, not throwing shade at anybody.
Yeah.
But once you did that, then you know that you're gonna have a car that is not going to be handling correctly. You were able to kind of gather it back up, entering pit lane. You already have a penalty because you're going to have to do a drive-through. Why are you trying to go on track? I'm sorry, I just don't understand that.
That's man. And let's update this is only this is the third race of the weekend for the IIS. So they have 4 time slots per IndyCar race weekend. Wednesday they had 3 splits with the 37.92 as the top split. King Robert won that. Yesterday afternoon, they had 3 splits with a 34.44. Alex Van de Sant won that. and today is a 33.06, so not as high. In fact, the split number is going down in terms of the strength of field. Still, let me say that again. The strength of field number is going down. The splits are the same. Each race so far this weekend has been 3 splits. With a 33.06 today, and that's going to be very impactful to Kevin Burrell. I'm not sure if they can get his car repaired. He's still on pit road. If he can come out and make a couple laps and get in front of Butler and Pritchett and at least go from 23rd to 21st. But I'm not sure how this is going to impact the championship at all, because right now, as we're getting ready to come to green, let me show you on the screen. Here are the points coming into this weekend. Kevin Burrell with the lead of about 117 points over Alex Van de Sant, and a distant third there is Phil Kraus, who's not in the lineup. I'm not sure if he's raced at all. The cool thing about looking at this graphic, though, the pro licenses given to the guys in the community here. Kevin Burrell, Phil Kraus, King Robert. That is so cool to see. And am I envious? 100% yes. So, but that's the point situation, man. So I don't know how that's going to impact the points after the race, after the conclusion of this race.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait a little bit and see. I think Kevin is still going to be safe. But man, it really throws a wrench into it. And, something like you were saying, we could see tomorrow, or that Palou doesn't want to see tomorrow happen in the real IndyCar entity IndyCar Series, as we're getting ready to go back green. Also, this saved Hugo Olsen big time. Green flag is back in the air.
Yeah, and Hugo Olsen did come to pit road along with Matt Taylor. And I'll give you a whole readout of everybody just pitted right there. But Lion is your leader, Sinclair. And Miss Excitement, Olivia Hayward down low over Sinclair. Send Miss Excitement up to P2.
Now Christian Hilgard is also looking to make a move. Tire wear is going to be much worse the more cars you have in front of you. So if you're able to get in front of them, you're going to be in a much better position. And, these restarts are one of the best opportunities to actually make something happen, as everybody's so bunched up together. So you kind of have to pounce at this moment. Olsen also moving up. He restarted 12th. Has already went by Vasquez there. Now trying to make something happen on Roberts, as we're seeing a little bit of side-by-side between Logan Edwards and Jesus Tologuren for P6, that is, P5 actually. You can race anywhere. You can go to the top, you can go to the bottom, you can make any of them work. You can do a little bit of a diamond shape, as Tologuren is able to go by Edwards there. So there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of different places where you can run your car.
All right, everybody pitted on lap 10. Hugo Olsen, Matt Taylor, Berteau, Wallet, Houghton, Hutchinson, Gibson, and Baroni. And then Robin also pitted on lap 9. I think Robin started, Robin Podgol, I hope I'm saying that right, Pogdol. They started from pit road, I believe, so they just came in for a top off. Although there's no tire limits here. Watching Justin Petschauer in a battle with Justin Brink for P7. There are no tire limits here, so hey, if the bill's free, go ahead and throw another set on.
Oh, for sure. And with tires being so valuable here, just whenever, I would say that whenever there's a caution, you should come in. Unless we have, like the last 20 laps of the race or something like that, and then you have to make a choice. But for the most part, tires are going to be more important than track position, even though track position is that.
Here's very important track position. It's Christian Hilgard now.
Look at Olsen.
Yep, we'll go back to Olsen here. He's in a four-way battle right now. That's that group of cars. Matt Taylor's trying to keep up. I think he will. Matt Taylor's had a pretty good week here at Nashville. Taylor finished second to King Robert in the first split.
Hausch trying to make something happen on Justin Petschauer there.
Oh, here we go. Hilgard to the bottom side of Matty Sinclair. going into 3. This should complete the pass as he slides right up. Oh, not quite a Brazilian clear, but in honor of LGN, it's half Chilean clear. There we go.
Yeah, now Hiller is going to have a clean track in front of him, so that's going to help his tire situation immensely.
Right.
Olsen just went by Kausch easily on the outside, and now he's going to try and do the same thing on Betschauer. He's able to easily, and that's the tire difference. You can see it there. He was able to just roll the corner like if the guys in front of him were standing still. Trying the same thing, adjusting brake. He's going to have a great exit, and he's going to be able to jump to the inside. There he goes. And just like that, he went from 10th to 7th in 3 corners.
Ooh, car in front of him hits
Edwards
the wall.
in front of him hits the wall, so that's going to make it 4.
If he doesn't come down and cut down in front of him going to the I saw him coming. Okay. We're riding with Hugo Olsen right now.
So Olsen up to 6th. With fresh tires, he's in the best situation right now.
So we got 2 strategies going on right now. We got all those that pitted to lap 10, all those that stayed out. So we have strategy 1 and strategy 2 at this point. We don't have a 1A or 2A yet. So we'll keep monitoring, see who does something here. I would suspect if we stay green, this is we're doing 200 laps today, even though they're doing more for the real IndyCar Series. I think they assumed it would be 200 here. Right? Yeah, it's doing 206 for the real IndyCar Series, only doing 200 here. It doesn't make a big difference. It's still a long day on a racetrack that's not very friendly. Anyways, we're going to see if anyone tries to develop a different strategy here. And I would assume if we start getting strung out, which is typical here at Nashville, we're looking at long green flag runs, and we are looking at someone that might actually try to come to pit road a little bit early and attempt the undercut.
Yeah, and pit road entry is also not like the friendliest one. I should know that. I was speeding
to say the least
on Monday, on Tuesday's SOF race. Threw away a good result by trying to come in a little too hard in the pit lane. It will bite you, and you will lose 2 laps. So yeah. Now Matt Taylor is gets a great run on Jarno Kausch. Trying to go to the outside. Should be able to complete pass, and look at that. That's the tire difference. Easily able to roll through that.
Watch how fast that wall comes up and greets you on exit.
And now everybody else is running the inside. Taylor is doing a little bit of a diamond line. Look at the run that he gets, and now he's going to be able to just get right alongside Justin Betschauer. That's for P9. Should be able to easily clear him going to the top. And yeah,
he was in the power so much faster than everyone else.
But yeah, like you were saying, the wall comes at you, really fast.
Alan Berteau, Brandon Roberts, AJ Pritchard checking in chat here. He says, "Oh, at least I got to be on the stream.
Oh man,
I got some TV time."
Yeah.
Not the way I'm sure you wanted it to happen. That's for sure.
That was rough, AJ. That was rough. But yeah, better luck in the next one. Hopefully, you don't have a car just coming from pit road to wipe you guys out.
Well, hello again, everyone. Just to get a reminder, can we jump to this thing really quick? This is Gary Gatto and Antonio Estrada from P1 here on ERN for our final race on ERN of the 2024 season. This is special coverage of Saturday's championship Saturday race here, top split of the IIS round 16 of the 2024 season, sponsored by 4D Racewear. And the rule set for today: where's Vasquez and Wallet? Rule set for today: 200 laps, 1.33 mile concrete tri-oval, 266 race miles. Just to go by pretty quickly if we stay green. We are right around 200 miles per hour a lap for lap average. 45 mile per hour is the pit road speed limit. That's painfully slow. But again, want to thank the guys at 4D Racewear for their season-long sponsorship of the IIS. Today is the last race for that sponsorship and for our agreement with them. And they've been so awesome, been so supportive of the channel with our move and everything. And they always continue to be big supporters of the IndyCar community. That's Jim Herrick and the guys there. So what you guys could do during the race, open another tab, go to 4dracewear.com and check out their made for sim racing line of gloves, shoes, and apparel. Again, it says 4dracewear.com. Final Race is the IAS sponsor of our broadcast for this season today, and they've been super, super cool about it. So make sure to give them some patronage if you can. But while we're watching the action unfold, Logan Edwards, Justin Brink starting to get a little close up here for a battle for 8th.
Yeah, we have a lot of battles going on. Matt Taylor just went by Brink and Edwards. Hugo Olsen just went by Matt Sinclair. And just to remind you, because we really haven't mentioned him that much, Will Ion, he's your leader. He has been leading ever since that caution came out. He has a 2.4 second lead over Olivia Hayward. She's doing a great job staying there in P2. Jose Sulaguren is P3. Great job from him as well. And then we have Christian Hilgard. He got passed by Solaguren. Hilgard was running third at one point. And now we have Hugo Olsen in the top 5.
I'm sure, as you'll learn this weekend when you do watch the NTT IndyCar Series finale at Nashville, IndyCar visited 8 times between 2001 and 2008. Track record is set in 2003 by Scott Dixon with a speed of 206.211 miles per hour. I don't know if that's going to come down at all during this race weekend. We'll see. I haven't got a chance to watch practice this morning.
So. Yeah, nope. No, I don't think so. They were in the 199 bracket.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe if there is something that they were holding on to.
Yeah, sandbagging anybody? Nah.
I don't think so.
But speaking of Dixon, and I don't think this has been mentioned yet, but Dixon won 3 in a row from 2006 to 2008. Of course, the last race was in 2008. So Scott Dixon is coming into this race this weekend as a 3-time and defending race winner at Nashville Superspeedway. He's looking at a potential 4th win in a row here on the concrete oval. So I don't think that's ever been mentioned, but that is in fact a fact coming into this race weekend. Watching Hugo go around Hilgard, this is a battle of guys with huge I ratings.
Well, Hilgard doesn't have like that huge I rating on the oval side. He has a tremendous one in the Formula car license. But he's working with his way up in the oval side of things. He's up to 2,800. No, not a bad number at all. Good enough to make that top split.
And the active IndyCar career wins leaders here are, of course, Scott Dixon with the 3 in a row. And we have a bunch of drivers tied at 1. Buddy Lazier won here. Alex Barron, here's a name you don't hear very often. He won one of his races here. Gilles de Ferran won here. Tony Kanaan won here. And Dario Franchitti also won here.
Who do you got for tomorrow's race?
Well, so for the championship or for the race win?
For the race win. Let's start easy.
The race win, I never discount Joseph Newgarden on an oval.
All right, fair.
But my dark horse favorite, just because he's an old man like me, and I do want to see him get closer to AJ's record. I wanted to see Scott Dixon get that win to round out the season. He gets 2 wins, a couple wins this season. But those are my 2. I think for the championship, though, it's going to be Palou. That's just what my gut says.
Barring a catastrophe, it's going to be Palou. I would like if Power was able to get it, because as an old guy myself as well, go old guys. But I don't see it happening. I think Power might get the win, but Palou is always going to find a way to be, I don't know, probably running 10th to 12th the entire race, and at the end of it, be right there in 4th or 3rd.
Well, whoever wins the championship tomorrow, they join in a very elite fraternity of drivers that have won 3 championships or more. those that have won 3 is Louis Meyer, former Indy 500 winner. Ted Horn, who never won the Indy 500, but probably was the best driver, period, in the AAA era. And I encourage everybody to go look up Ted Horn. He probably had the best 10-year stint finishing-wise at Indianapolis, getting consecutive top 5s and podiums. He did everything at Indianapolis but get a win. He has 3 championships. Jimmy Bryan has 3 championships. Now we get into more contemporary drivers. Rick Mears has 3. Al Unser Sr. has 3. Bobby Rahal has 3. And Sam Hornish Jr. has 3 during those IRL years.
Yeah.
But once we crown somebody this Sunday, they will join that group of 7, now make it 8. The only drivers that are ahead of this group, Dario Franchitti, Sebastian Bourdais, Mario Andretti, Scott Dixon, AJ Foyt. That is it.
That's, elite names that you were mentioning. And while we were talking about that, Will Lyon has encountered, the back half of the field. He's now in heavy traffic, trying to navigate. He's able to make his way by Houghton
Yep.
and Hutchinson. Now it's going to be Olivia Hayward's turn to do the same. And Will is going to have a little bit of clean track until he reaches the back of the field again, and that is Jarno Pausch, who is running 17th. And then in front of him is Marcio Baroni. We know that Baroni is not an easy pass to make. Typically, many of the Brazilians like to keep their positions, and Marcio is really good at that.
Houghton coming to pit road, by the way. Not
that.
sure what's going on with Houghton, but he's deciding to hit pit road early. Maybe the fact that he's now down a lap, might as well hit pit road early, see what you can do to get that back with the fresh tires. But you are right. Yeah, the Brazilians do not like to give up their positions very easily, regardless if it's for just track position or actually position in the standings.
Yeah, and especially if it's just the first time that you're going to be getting lapped, I mean, I would fight for it as well.
Yeah.
Because if a caution comes out, then you're kind of back in it. So, I get it. Now, if you're going to get a second lap added on you, just yield it.
Yeah, we see.
But that doesn't typically happen.
Houghton coming off of pit road there, but now we got Matt Taylor running down Matty Sinclair here. We're lap 52 of 200. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar iRacing Series here on ERN and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. That's the best thing you can do for the guys at ERN. They've been really, really cool to us this season for allowing us to hosting the second half of the season for our streams. So the best thing you can do for them is just, give them your subscription if you can. That would be very helpful to them. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future ERN iRacing broadcasts. Go ahead, Antonio. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. I was just watching Justin Petschauer. He has been doing a real good job at managing his tires. He went by Alan Berteau a couple of laps ago. Now he's working on Justin Brink there. So, good job to Justin Petschauer and keeping the tires, under him. I'm also trying to look at Alan Berteau. Berteau went into the pits on lap 9. He must have newer tires than these guys in front of him, but he's unable to catch him.
Arrow. Oh, Justin getting loose down low. Matty Sinclair now.
Oh, that's... Petschauer went a little aggressive there.
Sinclair's come back to the whole group. He's coming to the pit road, sorry. I don't know if Matty called that out, but that sure got everyone to pucker up a little bit there.
I didn't hear anything. Hopefully he did.
Justin giving another shot down low. He's almost clear, just can't quite clear. This is the point in the run where the higher line with these tires is going to get the momentum off the top, and that time he's cleared. If he slides up in front of him, which he does, he gets the position. So move JP up to 7th. Good run for him.
And, we're getting to the time where they have to pit. You can do an entire run in around 62 laps and add the caution that we had, so maybe move it all the way up to 65, 66. But you want to do it earlier.
Ooh,
because of the
Sinclair
tires.
sitting on
That's
pit
the-
road still. Sorry, not sure what happened to Matty.
So Laguren is pitting. If Matty is still there, that means he's pit.
Yeah, it's definitely gone past 40 seconds, and they're down and away. So, Ozu. A new name.
Solaguren. You tried.
Solaguren. Solaguren.
There you go.
A new name as always for this Midwestern, no accent American tongue of mine. But welcome, Hozu, to the Top Split broadcast.
Yeah, so Laguren doing a really good job. Last time we checked, he was running fourth. One of the first leaders to actually come into the pit lane. Actually, he was running third behind Olivia Hayward. So
we'll see
now
if he
that
jumps Hayward
actually
then.
passes it on to Hayward and Lyon, he is doing a little bit of an undercut. I mean, everybody's going to need to pit soon. So we'll see
Logan
when they
Edwards,
blink.
pit road. Here comes our leader, Will Lyon, and Olivia Hayward.
Yep. So advantage to Laguren. Let's see where they cycle out.
Yeah, we'll watch him. That moves Hugo to the lead. So those that had pitted at lap 10 are starting to go up in the order here.
Right. They should be able to stay out for another 8 laps or so. You also don't want to overdo it.
Hilgard's still out. Hilgard's now 61 laps into the stint.
Oh, so Laguren is in heavy traffic. That's not gonna help. Hayward's coming out of pits. Well, Lyon is gone.
Yeah, Will Lyon's ahead of Hayward and Hozu. Pit road, 35.6 seconds, 9.1 in the box. Hayward, 36 seconds on pit road, 9.4 in the box. Hozu, 35.4 on pit road, so he was faster on pit road than Will Lyon, and he was faster than Will Lyon in the box, 8.8. So he did go car sideways on pit road. Not sure who that is. Oh, contact!
Yeah.
Hozu, contact with
That was gonna happen.
Robert. Hozu, who's around him? That was George Houghton. Yeah. Houghton caught it, but he's now missing a front wing. So let's watch
What a
this.
save. What a save, by the way. But George Houghton was kind of blocking Solaguren, so I can understand the frustration. You do a different strategy, and then somebody that is a lap or 2 laps down is trying to race you for no reason. I mean, I'm not saying that I vouch for doing that or trying to dump somebody.
Who was sideways on pit road? Did we see that? Was it Christian Hilgard? I thought it was a yellow car for sure.
Trying to find it. I'm trying to come into the pit road, by the way. All right, so I mean, we still have. Maybe it was Vasquez.
Okay.
I think it was Vasquez because now he's a little bit behind, and we know that Matty Sinclair speeding.
Yeah,
so.
but this is a very, very tough pit road to get on. You already have a tough surface that you're racing on, and you're coming off that tough surface to an apron here that doesn't have much grip at all. And then all the while, you need to bring these cars down from 200 miles an hour to 45 miles an hour.
Jarno Couch was able to stretch it all the way from the beginning of the race.
66 laps. Yeah.
And Justin Brink also.
Going long for Justin Brink.
Going long, yeah.
But he's back on the race. He's now coming to pit road. He opted to use the pit road access road for pit road here. Which you don't have to do, but he is.
Yeah, that unfortunately takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does take more time. So
But it's
Hugo,
probably the smart thing to do because if you speed, it's a 40-second hold. So
yeah. Hugo Olsen is the leader. Matt Taylor second. Alan Berteau is third. These are all cars that stop at lap 10 all the way down to Hutchinson in seventh. There he is, Hutchinson right there. So we expect them here the next 8 laps or so.
They should be pitting
Anytime.
probably around, I would say any time because, again, the tires are important. But also, we are now in lap 72, so they could potentially do this in 2 more stops. Yeah. So, I mean, that also helps fuel mileage. Right now, the guys in that strategy is Olsen, Taylor, Berteau, Watt, Gibson, Hutchinson, Baroni, and Robin Pogadol, who is currently running 11th. Will Ion has a 2.5 second lead over Olivia Hayward. Hayward has 4.5 seconds over Jesus Olaguren. And then it's Christian Hilgard and Justin Petschauer on that main quote-unquote strategy. Let's see where everybody cycles out once these guys start coming into the pits. Gibson seems to be the first one. Rob Gibson coming in. Jason Wallab just called out that he's going to be pitting. Again, treacherous pit lane. You have to be very careful whenever you're coming in. Olsen and Taylor, they are staying out. Alan Berteau is now in. Also, Hugo Olsen has an 11-second lead over Matt Taylor. That he has a lot of cars between them. Wallace pitting, Hutchinson pitting. Now Matt Taylor is also pitting. Oh, Matt Taylor also almost misses speed road a little bit. And that's gonna give the lead back once Hugo Olsen pits.
Hugo coming in now. Bouncing off the apron, getting to the pit road speed and the cones in time. Turns it over to Taylor. Taylor now actually is on pit road, as you mentioned. So this will turn it out over to Lyon.
Well, it should, but Hugo had a lot of time built a massive gap there. I think Lyon he's going to take him, but it's going to be close, actually.
No.
There goes the Lyon.
Yeah.
No, there goes the Lyon.
So let's see where Hugo rejoins. And I think it's going to be right around... no, he's going to rejoin solidly in third. You're right, Hozu got held up.
Yeah, big time. So now that everybody went and did their pit stops, we can reset the field a little bit. Will Lyon is your leader, has a 2.8 second lead over Olivia Hayward, who has been having a great run here. Pretty much all of the race has been in the top 3. Then we have Hugo Olsen running third. He's 1.7 seconds behind Hayward. Jesus Sulaguren is running fourth. He's 4 seconds behind Olsen. And then it's Matt Taylor who has Christian Hilgard there. He's attacking him. They're racing side by side a little bit. Advantage to Taylor, who has the newest tires. But, Hilgard is trying whatever he can to get there. Then we have Justin Petschauer, P7. Alan Berteau is P8. Then we have Brent Roberts, P9. And Richard Vasquez, that is your top 10.
There's a livery you might like there for Brent Roberts in the 9th and the number 12. Got himself Coca-Cola. I know that's one of your old liveries from the past, or at least old fictional sponsors from the past.
Yeah, exactly. So don't tell anybody that I switched to Pepsi. That's probably not going to be. Yeah, no, imagine that.
Now you need to have the old Pepsi Challenger car like they did from the early 80s. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Mark Mosley drove that. That was one of Gurney's little odd-shaped Eagles in the early 80s.
Those were so weird. So weird looking. All right, so let's see. Now, if they're able to go another 70-something laps, they just might be able to stretch it on fuel. Olsen just went by Hayward, though. I don't think Olsen is saving anything. Oh, something happened to Brent Roberts. But yeah, Hugo Olsen is coming. And again, this is 16 laps after Will Lyon and Olivia Hayward made their pit stop. So now it's 16 laps fresher tires. This is a moment to try and make the best out of them. We were talking that Olsen was 1.8 seconds behind Hayward. Well, he just went by Hayward. Now he's 1.5 seconds behind Will Lyon. There's only another car, between them. The lap car of Logan Edwards there running 10th. And then the next car in front of him, that's Will Lyon. That's the leader.
Yep.
I mean, it's funny, but that we were talking about it earlier when Hugo was mentioning that. Oh, I forgot to fuel my car. That actually paid dividends to him because of that caution.
So you're right. Olsen around Hayward. Hayward now back to third. Hozu in fourth, and Matt Taylor in fifth. So, this is like this is our last race of the season here in the IS, so we'll have fun. We'll go ahead and I'll load this image if it will allow me. Yeah. And there we go. That is Mosley and the Pepsi Challenger, and you might not be able to see it because you'll need to see the stream, Antonio. But yeah, that's the old Gurney Eagle, and look how oddly shaped that thing is. But I do remember that was like that. Those were cars that were extremely easy to spot on the racetrack just because of how differently shaped they were. But that was the old Pepsi Challenger back in the early 80s when Pepsi was doing their campaign called the Pepsi Challenge, where you would do a blind taste test between Pepsi and Coke, and every time I took it, I always picked Coke. Oh, anyways, but that's the Pepsi Challenger.
I just opened the stream. I can see the picture. Yeah, that is a weird car. That's a weirdly shaped car. But yeah, that's fun.
I know Allenser Jr. also drove that in his first year in IndyCar. The old Coors Light Silver Bullet. I think he might actually got his. I think he might have actually got his first win in that car too. I could be wrong. Anyways, Will Lyon and Hugo is running him down. We're gonna have a battle for the lead here very, very shortly. In fact, probably the next lap or so.
That's the gap is down to 0.2 of a second. Remember, it was 1.5 seconds like 3 laps ago. Hugo Olsen is eating into that lead that Will Lyon has built, and he's also in the best position. Remember, they're probably going to need to pit just once more to make it to the end. So
I think Hugo is kind of excited about his possibilities today. I saw him in the IndyCar community Discord asking who's going to be racing today. Normally those that ask are ones that are pretty excited to get in there and race. So he must have thought he had something pretty special for that setup. And it is power slide racing, so those guys always seem to have a little something extra, especially when it comes to ovals.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Will Lyon seems to have picked it up a little bit. He gained a 10th over Olsen there, trying to mirror drive a little bit. I mean, if you don't give him the line that he wants, that's actually going to be better for you. Now, Olsen gets a great run. They both go to the inside. That's going to hurt Olsen a little bit. But now look at the run. That's a benefit of the new tires.
Yep. And here he goes to the inside. And Vasquez is just up ahead of them, and he's in now the last car on the lead lap, so he wants the hustle to stay there. He's like, come on, caution. Come on, caution. Make sure I'm not it. Come on, caution. Here's also the inside one more time.
And nothing that Richard Vasquez is doing wrong, but he just kind of gave a little bit of dirty air to Olsen and a little bit of drive to Lyon.
He might see. Ooh, Olsen grabs the apron a little bit, gets a little wobbly, lost some momentum.
Apron bad, remember that.
That's what we joke about it because we've been there, but apron bad, yes.
Yes. We've all been there. Another great run here. Not enough to clear him, though. Will Lyon is doing a fantastic job trying to keep him behind him. And also, if he doesn't keep him behind him, Olsen is going to check out. Still side by side for the lead. Lap 97 out of 200, and we are side by side.
Already, yep.
Thought it was going to be a good one at Nashville.
Oh, there it is. He holds him off. I think Hugo fell back a little bit here. He's going to regroup.
And that's what's going to hurt his tires a little bit. So, whatever you can do to make your position a little better, that's what Will Lyon is doing. I was about to say, I would try going to the outside a little bit. That scrubs a little bit more of tire life, but if you have the advantage, might as well use it to try and get around him. But look at Will Lyon now; he's protecting the outside, very smart. He's like, okay, do you want to pass me? Go ahead and do it on the inside. Because I'm not giving you the outside.
Right, exactly. You're going to have to force your way out there. If you're just joining us, you're watching coverage of Championship Saturday and round 16 of 16 of the IIS Top Split on ERN, coming to you from Nashville Superspeedway. Oh, no! Vasquez like, where do I go? And just hold it. You're 3 to wide in the middle. Oh, no!
No! I think he might have got away with it.
I think he might have, but it's not his fault. It's just that I think Olsen decided that he was going to use Vasquez as a bit of a pick, and got engaged there. And then at some point, Vasquez, where do you hide? And now he just kind of stays on the outside. And I don't think Will has any reason to be upset with him, because Vasquez was trying to stay on the lead lap.
And also, he wasn't really moving or doing anything wrong. I mean, he was just running his line, and just Hugo Olsen, being that veteran that he is, he saw an opportunity, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and box Lyon behind Richard Vasquez," and he did. But unfortunately, there was a tiny bit of contact. But I don't think that Will Lyon has any damage. Last time by, he was 24.2, which meant that he was getting up to speed, 23.8. Basically what he was running, so I don't think he has any damage. But, a little bit unfortunate that it ended that way, but Hugo Olsen to the lead.
Yeah, Hugo Olsen leading with 97 laps to go here. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. And, oh, yes, I should mention, make sure you donate. This is the last IIS race of the season for us. We do this. We've been doing this for free for the entire 2024 calendar year. For free for the community, on behalf of the community, just because we like IndyCar racing. We want to bring it to as many people, as the masses as possible, including the virtual kind. So if you have not donated, our donation link is in the description to our GoFundMe page, our GoFundMe campaign, and there you can send us a donation. We really do appreciate all those that have donated this year, and if you have not done so yet, now is a perfect time to do that. We'll be accepting donations all weekend long on behalf of the IIS. So hit the campaign link in the description. And hopefully he did not donate to his damage account there.
In the meantime, Olivia Hayward is also now pitting. I was about to mention that they are getting close to that window for the strategy A group, if you may. So now Olivia Hayward, the first one to blink, that means that they're going to need to pit again. And looking back at Olsen, that was a solid hit. I think he kind of got away with it.
And he gets to round Baroni. Baroni now 2 laps down. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's not happy. He can't be happy. Brazilians hate to be passed, and they especially hate to go down multiple laps.
I think we all hate being passed.
I know.
But yeah, they seem to hate it just a tiny bit more.
Just a tiny bit more than everyone else. It's the Ayrton Senna culture down there, where second is not good enough.
Yeah, no kidding.
I remember watching Formula One in the 80s when Ayrton Senna would get up on the podium, and he'd always look so pissed off that he was like second place. And I'm thinking to myself, as a kid, I would love to be second place. Why is this guy still pissed off he's second place?
Yeah.
Looks so disgusted up there. He takes a trophy from from whoever the race promoter. Yeah, thanks, whatever. Here, I'll take your stupid second place trophy.
To quote Ricky Bobby, if you're in first, you were last. That's kind of the mentality.
Well, keep in mind now it's a comedy, and that's for a reason. But oh yeah, yeah.
By the way, I remember, Kyle Busch, especially a couple of years ago, he was annoyed, super annoyed when he came on second or third or whatever. I was like, man, but you did a great race.
Yeah.
And the man was not happy. Will I am pitting. I can imagine that Solaguren is going to be... Oh, there's
caution
a caution
on the racetrack.
That's Christian Hilbert. What happened? Oh, no. He lost it. Overcorrected a tiny bit, and that is not going to help Olivia Hayward.
And let's see what happens. Do we get...
And I don't know if Will Iron was able to get it there.
Oh, what a twitch. Oh, if that was a real wreck, that would have hurt. Oh, that was almost nose first. Wow.
Yeah, that was vicious.
Watch this. He just starts catching it, and then correct. Boom, correct, boom. Oh, it caught. Oh, ouch. 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 And that is a rare mistake by Christian Hilgard.
I think this actually will benefit Will Iron. He was able to pit.
Yeah.
Get his service done. And
he's still
now everybody else will need to.
So everyone else will have to go, and he'll get waved to the front. Yeah.
Yeah, Solaguren, Taylor, Rita, Pet Shower, Lion. Those are the only cars on the lead lap.
JP having a heck of a race out there. Let's give a shout to JP up to now P5, and one of the few guys still left on the lead lap. Way to go, JP!
Yeah, doing a great job there. And I think everybody else will need to pit because they are just in that window. Seems like Hayward should be able to get her lap back. I'm not sure if she went 2 down. I think she did.
Yeah. But I think they're no. Well,
oh, she's one down.
Yeah, she's going to be on the tail end of the lead lap here, I think. She's in front of Will, so she will get the wave around. There you go.
Now let's reset the field. So after that, I mean.
Okay, so Baroni here. Let's see if anyone else comes down pit road. Yeah, we'll reset the field here. With so Baroni's going to stay out. He'll get the wave around. He's going to gamble a little bit, but he's going to be still down a lap.
Yeah, he's going to go 1 down. Yeah, but he was 2 down, so you know that's a net gain for him.
So Will Lyon, look at Will down on the apron, trying to conserve as much fuel as possible. I wonder how close he's cutting it.
I mean, I don't think I'm. Or can you make it? No, that would be an ideal lap stand. I don't think you can. I mean, if enough caution comes out, you might be able to do it, but that would also be asking a lot out of those tires. I mean, it certainly is possible. I was running on map 4 for a while during that race on Monday, and I was able to stretch it to lap 62. But then, like midway through that stint, I bailed on it and went back to map 1. If you're saving the entire stint, you might be able to just might be able to make it to the end. Depends on how these guys want to race it. Now it becomes interesting. Even more so. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
Today's race coverage brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their made-for-sim racing line of gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. They've been our sponsor all season long for the IS. I want to thank them for their continued support of the channel there. Goes Lion to the apron one more time. So that's normally a pretty high IQ move to take the shortest trek around the track as possible. And therefore using the most fuel.
Tiny bit of fuel.
Yeah, tiny bit of fuel. Saving the most fuel there. So everyone getting the wave around, it sounds like. So we'll reset the field once we get back to green, but we will set the restart order here. Will Lyon is going to be your leader, taking the green flag here at lap 116. We're at lap 115 now.
All right, so Will Lyon, then Hugo Olsen, Matt Taylor, Jesus Laguren, and Justin Petchard. That's your top 5. Then we have Alan Berteau in P6. Those are freshly pitted cars. They have Justin Brink and Jason Wallat. They took the wave around, but they need to pit badly. So look for them to actually come into the pit soon. Then we have Olivia Hayward, who is good on fuel, at least for a while.
Yeah, and she'll be able to get around those guys that have to pit. So It's actually not bad for her after all this.
I mean, she was running 3rd, so essentially a net loss, but at least she's still in it somehow.
It could have been worse. Good restart by Will Lyon. Yeah, good. It could have been a lot worse for her, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Lyon is gone. Great restart now. Hugo Olsen trying to find his way around, and again, we don't know if they're gonna go full out here. I would imagine that Olsen are actually gonna be happy to ride behind somebody else to be able to save. But what do I know? I see Hugo Olsen trying and has a great run here. He's going to go to the outside. And I should track to the inside. Oh, nice.
We're gonna play the dragon. We're gonna play the snake game down the backstretch. And that's not blocking. He wasn't reacting to the car behind him. He was trying to break the draft. Inside, here he comes.
Move Hugo Olsen to the lead, completes the pass. Relying back to P2. Hayward has been able to make it by Jason Wallat, move her up to 8th. And now kind of stuck behind Justin Brinker. That would be for P7. I mean.
Oh, she has the fresh tires there. She should be able to make short work of these guys. Brink in front of her has 50-lap-old tires, so I can't imagine 13-lap-old tires versus 50-lap-old tires. I can't imagine Brink lasting that long there. To the inside. Good pull off the corner. And Hayward, Miss Excitement, move her up to 7th.
Yeah.
Wow, Hugo's just pulled away by 8/10 already. Is there fuel a lead that big already? Is there fuel conserve going on with Will? Let's ride with Will.
I mean, I don't think. Maybe a little bit of fuel conservation going on.
He doesn't go to 6th gear at all, but he does allow his engine to get to the brev point where it's like, shift me, please. Normally when they flash blue at you like that, that's not where you're really saving fuel. You're in the high rev band.
Yep. Yeah, you're pushing. When that happens, you're pushing.
But Lion is already 1.3 now out in front and threatening to break the draft, which extends about 1.5 here with these cars.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just not feasible to, make it in one more stop, or make it without stopping, and they know that they need to pit, and that's why Hugo Olsen is going all out. I would say that that's probably what they're looking to do. Again, if we have more cautions, then they should be able to stretch it. But the tires are probably a little bit more important than the fuel. So, I don't know. I don't think that they're trying to get it all the way done in this stint.
Well, they've got a definitely track temperature out there is 101. Of course, they're also on concrete, which makes things also a little bit more difficult. Ambient temperature 77. Humidity pretty comfortable, 52%. In the real world, it's going to be a little bit more humid down there with the remnants of the hurricane rolling through. But the wind down there in the virtual game, wind out of the west at 14. That is a lot. So they are not, at one end of the racetrack, they're not handling very well. At the other end of the racetrack, it's a little bit better, but might actually make them a little bit loose. But we'll see. As that is the weather conditions right now, as we are 75 to go. So if you were one of these drivers, let's say you were Will Lyon, do you make it to 150, then another 25 laps from now, pit, make that your final stop, and then go home? Or does he think that he could possibly make it? I mean, that's a big, I don't see he's got to stop again. No one's gone 80 laps.
I don't think you want to stretch it. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Even if I could make it on fuel, I would probably try and make it like, okay, I'm going to pit with 40 to go and then just push like crazy for those 40 laps. That would be kind of my idea.
Oh, we got some people in chat here. Olivia's in there.
How?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's why we call her Miss Excitement. Is apparently she can also chat in chat here and drive the race car, and for a solid right now in the top 10.
Yeah, and closing in on Richard Vasquez and who's in front of her? Jarno? Yeah, Jarno Kausch. And then after that, she can see Justin Petschauer. That's her position. She has been closing in. She's a little bit faster than all these guys, but again, passing is tough here. But good on her for checking in with us from the cockpit. That's a new one.
So Olivia says, no way you go past 70.
Oh!
What? Who?
Hayward just barely touched Richard Vasquez. Richard Vasquez, again, nothing he did wrong. He's just driving his race.
And she had just dirty air in front of her. And Vasquez, we're going to have to ride with Vasquez on that one here. Yeah,
and she's calling, sorry. I mean, nothing she did wrong either. It's just cars get super tight when you're trying to go to the inside.
She's up behind the graphic. Boink. Watch him just counter steer this. Not a lot of counter steer. He kept it kind of straight, just enough. Wow, great car control. Richard Vasquez.
Yeah, it's a hell of a save. But I can imagine that he's like, man, what do I have to do?
Why do I have a target pointed on me today? Hugo Olsen, your leader now by 2.5. So I'm wondering, though, if both these guys have to stop, we got. I think we have different schools of thought here. Hugo is like, push, put as much space you can between myself and the guy that I'm racing for the win, and try to make that pit delta as long as possible. Or, in the case of Will, not push as hard, maybe make it a short fill and a shorter pit stop, and then I go home from there.
Yeah. And also, if you're pushing, you're going to eat up a little bit more of your tire naturally. If you're saving a little bit more, like Will Lyon is saying, you're going to have a little bit more tire at the end of the stint, and that's potentially also going to make you faster. But, like you said, two different schools of thought, and they both are good. I mean, clean air really helps the tire wear, but also backing up the entry and just letting the car roll will also help on tire life. So they're both really, I don't think we can call a winner yet.
And we did see in the Tuesday race that you can even damage your car and it'll help it do better around here. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Someone should have told me that.
Jacob Hoster had some damage, and that really slowed his car down on the straights, but made him so much faster than everyone in the corners.
Yeah, I saw that. But you need to hit the car in a very precise way to get that kind of damage.
If you can't get it to handle right, just smack the wall.
No, don't tell me that. I'm going to do it every single race. Although Pocono is next week, I'm good there. So hopefully we can do something. Hopefully we can make something happen.
First round of the P1 Triple Crown Challenge, unofficial P1 Triple Crown Challenge there for the IndyCar Oval Series. We'll see who can win the Triple Crown.
Looks like Justin Brink.
Pit road. Yeah, that's a scheduled stop.
Yeah. He was able to stretch it, and now he's actually going to be able to make it to the end here. That's interesting. I mean, everybody else needs to pit anyway, but first one to blink from those guys, Willard and Hutchinson. They also need to pit soon. Will Lyon gets very, very close to the wall, but you paid for the track, might as well.
Yeah, you use it all.
Yeah.
My license, I'll use it how I feel. Hugo Olsen, Will Lyon, Matt Taylor. We have a former Open two consecutive Open Wheels winner there. We got Will Lyon, champion of the old former PMRL. Also, Will did pretty well in some IIS races here in the past. Matt Taylor, Lionheart veteran, currently running third. I don't know Hozu from any leagues or any other series, but he is definitely holding his own here today. His first time in the top split on here on Saturday. P4. There's Alan
great
Berteau.
job, and has been in the top 5 all race long.
Yes, he has. Alan Berteau's been on the top split many times, looking good here in P5. I don't know
and I know that. I'm sorry. I know that Alan Berteau has been working a lot in his oval stuff, and it's showing today. He has been doing really good, keeping up with many of the heavy hitters, and probably happily running P5, pretty much in an island of its own. Nobody around him, but doing really good.
And then I don't know who the hell this Justin Petshire guy is.
I don't know either.
He's normally like second split or third split material. I don't know what the hell he's doing here, but P6 for JP.
And Olivia Hayward now trying to
get back there just in time for this battle.
Justin Petshire. Yep. And she has a lot of pace, able to easily make her way by Justin, but I don't think she's going to be able to catch Berteau.
I could be wrong. I think Hayward has done some little commentary herself in in a series that runs on the ABN network on Twitter. They had an IndyCar series there, and I think she was doing some play-by-play coverage there. So there's a budding broadcaster right there, and Olivia Hayward, Miss Excitement.
And, has earned the moniker again this race. Had to go all the way to the back because of that yield time caution for her. But now made her way back to P6 and looking for more. She's also going to be able to perhaps undercut many of these guys because she needs to pit earlier. She actually went into the pits 5 laps before everybody else. So I could see a little bit of a strategy being thrown out. Again, tires are so important, although she is showing really good pace right now. But if you get stuck behind somebody, might as well just pit and get it over with.
Hugo Olsen, your leader, Val, by 3 seconds. He's been on the racetrack now for 33 laps on this stint. Right behind him in second is Will Lyon. Will Lyon is 35 laps on this stint. Matt Taylor next in line, 34 laps on this stint. Ozu, he is 34 laps on this stint. Alan Berteau, same situation, 34 laps. Car on the apron coming to pit road, not sure who that was. That was Wallet, yeah. That might be his final stop.
Final stop for that, yep.
Hayward, we've been talking about her at 41 laps, a little bit longer than everyone else. She's going to have probably stop the soonest. Pet Shower back in 7th. He is 35 laps down to his stint. Yarno, who is up 6 spots, haven't mentioned that yet today. He is 1 lap down, but 34 laps into his stint, and he's the first car 1 lap down. Your biggest gainer is actually Richard Vasquez back here in 10th. He is up 9 spots. They're in that Glidden Special livery driven by Tony Stewart.
Yeah, Vasquez up 9, Solaguden up 7, Pet Shower and Couch, both of them up 6, Baroni also up 6, then Hutchinson, Poggle up 4 positions, Holson, Roberts, Howden up 3, and yeah, those are your gainers in this race.
And it should be mentioned that Hugo Olsen, it does not reflected in the gain number, but he had to go to the back to the front one more time because he had to give up track position because apparently we thought maybe he might have been trolling all the starters by saying that he used the wrong setup or did not fill up his tank for the setup and had to pit earlier than everyone else. But a caution right at lap 10. Right before lap 10 really helped him out. He came to pit road, filled up, went back to the mid-pack, and then raced his way all the way back up to the front again.
Yeah, it turns out he wasn't joking.
Yeah.
He actually had only 2 gallons
Watch him
left
say, something like, I'm Swedish, I don't joke. Something like that.
Yeah, probably. I can see that.
Of course, Sweden, a long line of great IndyCar drivers, 500 champions, Kenny Brack, Marcus Ericsson.
Felix.
Yep. That was at Kenny Brack's first IndyCar win. He won his very first IndyCar race at Charlotte in '98 en route to the IndyCar Championship that year, and then he won the 500.
They were at Charlotte only twice, right?
They raced 2 complete races at Charlotte, and the third race had stopped early because of the incident. The tire went into the stands.
Right. And then that was it.
Yeah. And I was kind of upset. I wanted to go to that race because I thought they did something smart that year, the Indy Racing League did. I always said they should put one of the super speedways or intermediates on the schedule before the Indianapolis Motor Speedway to give these guys another a track, especially if they were rookies or they didn't have a lot of experience at 200-mile-per-hour tracks, a track they could go 200 miles per hour at. And so they did that with Charlotte. I think the race was in April. And I was like, that's a good plan because before then, really, it was like Disney and Phoenix, I think, were the opening 2 races, and they were at mile ovals. And I'm like, I don't know how some of the rookies or guys that were coming into the series that weren't racing IRL the series before, but maybe they were in kart, like a Raul Boisel or something like that, how they would get used to these cars at 200 miles per hour if you only gave them Indy 500 practice to do. And that was kind of unfair to do that. So they scheduled Charlotte, and unfortunately they had that incident where I think it was Stan Waddles got into an incident, and his tire went to the stands and unfortunately killed a couple patrons there. And I actually wanted to be at that race. I was actually kind of upset, and I'm like, ooh, I could have been there for that one. That's good in hindsight, but I would have been pretty upset though. Jealous, and I'm thinking very selfishly here, having to go all the way to Charlotte from Indianapolis because I drove those races, or drove to those races from Indianapolis. To drive all the way down there and to get an incomplete race where it's actually been scrubbed from the record book officially from IndyCar. So all of the laps led and everything from that race do not count. Nothing from that race counts.
Yeah, it's like it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
Which, totally understandable. It's a shame that we don't have many more ovals, and I know that there used to be a lot more back and forth between NASCAR and the IRL at that time, for actually oval racing and whatnot. So.
Well, the Speedway group.
Not sure if Charlotte would be the best.
No, I don't think they would return to Charlotte, other than maybe the Roval. Maybe the Roval.
The Roval would be a lot of fun, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I hope that we get a 1.5 miler back at some point. Hopefully, something like Kansas would be amazing. Homestead. Yeah.
Yeah, with some of these tracks losing their Cup date. They might want to look to IndyCar to fill that second date. I know we heard Kansas. I actually think NASCAR might actually end up going back to Chicagoland, because I guess the street race from Chicago just really wasn't as feasible and as popular as they thought it would be, I guess.
It was quite successful, I think. But yeah, I can see that it's probably a nightmare for the actual city to close so many iconic parts of the city just for an entire weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're shutting down a portion of Lakeshore Drive. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Chicago, but Lakeshore Drive is one of the most heavily trafficked streets in that entire city.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, all that area is like super heavily, and there's a lot of businesses there. Having it closed entirely, that probably is not like super fun for many of those businesses.
No,
I can totally see that there might be some folks against it. So yeah, maybe we're going back to Chicagoland.
Well, speaking of
not. Shoot.
Yeah, especially there comes JP coming to pit road. Especially speaking of not having a fun time, Richard Vasquez has the leaders on him again, and the camera's on this battle at just for track position to go a lap down. And Olsen riding the rim, and he's around Vasquez. So yeah, I think they might go back to Chicagoland. At least I hope they do. I think it's still there. It's still in good shape. But I do, and then Vasquez coming to pit road after getting lapped. That's a good strategy for him. But yeah, more ovals, and the shows they put on ovals this year are among the best races that we've seen on the 2024 NTT IndyCar schedule.
100%.
We're not going to see anything added for the 2025 schedule, with the exception of the points rate at Thermal, which was like, no big deal. But maybe we see something for 2025. Although if you talk to Mark Miles, he doesn't want to see anything they've done in the past. Which kind of worries me. I think he's out of touch with a good chunk of his paying fandom, but I don't know. I mean, I think maybe he should just shut up and know his role and allow the fandom speaking, but that's just me.
Like I think I kind of can understand the sentiment of, hey, we don't want to go back to stuff that we tried and maybe didn't work. That makes sense, and now we want to try new things and perhaps tracks that we haven't even thought about in the past. Well, that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't want to
things that were successful in the past that you're no longer doing.
Right.
That you could look back into, and that the fans have been looking for ages. Like,
well, look, if they add another street course, I think I'll get upset, because the street courses they've added with the outside of Long Beach. That's an awesome street course.
Belle Isle.
Belle Isle. Yeah, that was an awesome street course. The New Detroit street course, awful.
St. Pete is good.
What's that?
St. Pete is good.
St. Pete is good, yes.
Yeah, the New Detroit one.
The Nashville street course, awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they just turned into, those races turn into, and I like his stuff, but I don't want to be the butt of his joke all the time. There's a channel on YouTube called FP1 Will, and he is a Formula One fan, but he does comedy reviews of the IndyCar races. Here comes Hugo on the pit road, and he started doing that. He started doing that, and they're fun. They are funny, and I am a supporter of his channel. But he started doing it because of the very first meme race where you had Ericsson going airborne at Nashville and ended up winning that race. I mean, talk about a meme race. And I don't want any more meme races added to the schedule. I want something with substance to be added to the schedule. And everyone's like, let's go back to Richmond, And then, we did the Richmond broadcast Thursday night for the ERL on the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. These cars do not race very well at Richmond. There was a 23-car field there, and only half the field finished in that series. And they're all pretty good drivers in that series. So that's just indicative of how badly this car drives at Richmond. Everyone's like, well, how bad can Richmond be? Because it's a lot like Iowa. Iowa's a little bit bigger, and I think Iowa is a little bit more purposely built to be used by all types of cars. Richmond's not built to be used by really these Indy cars. Maybe the cars, the IR05s in that area, maybe. And we watched Hugo make his final stop, a good one for him, 7.9 in the box. But I don't think these cars will race well at Richmond at all. But if you want to go back to the track on the East Coast or in the East Coast area that does make sense, why not Pocono? I know we've had 2 big wrecks, and there was a death there, and there was also another driver being paralyzed. But I don't see that as the fault of the track.
I mean, Indianapolis has had how many, fatalities?
Yeah.
like if you want to measure it that way,
none. I mean, Indianapolis has none recently, but this is a dangerous sport. It's going to happen at some point in the future.
Yeah, and we kind of have been in a blissful time that nobody from NASCAR, from F1, Indy, we really haven't had any major casualties ever since maybe Justin Wilson. But that's always going to change at some point. Again, it is a dangerous sport.
Yeah,
so
the Robert Wickens wreck is probably the most serious we've seen, and again, that was happening at Pocono, and I think that was more of a victim of these cars right here. They were not, when they said, okay, we're going to put this new aero kit on them, and we want this aero kit to harken thoughts of these cars back into the 90s. They do that, but as a result, they didn't race very well when they first went to the kit in 18 and 19. Now that they have these, because we've been driving these cars since then, and now they added the hybrid to them as well as the aero screen. Now they're able to have all this data going back to 18 plus all this data going back to the aero screen, that these cars are getting better. But I still don't think they'll race any better at Richmond, but they probably might race better at Pocono if you send them.
Oh, for sure they will. For sure. But anyway, hopefully at some point we go back to Pocono.
Homestead, I think, will be a great track.
For sure. Michigan,
Michigan needs
with
to have
the right
it.
package. I can understand that drivers might not want to have a packy race and, the dangers that are involved with that. I totally understand that and 100% agree. But we have had some great racing at the 2-mile ovals, and we should try and make something happen. I understand that, the Detroit race is right there, and that's why, we're going to that street circuit. But it would be cool if we were to add Michigan. But anyway, in the meantime, after our rant and old man yelling at clouds, we have Hugo Olsen in the lead now. Get off my lawn, yeah. Olsen is leading by 8.5 seconds. Great pit sequence for him. Will Ion is second, 8.5 seconds behind Hugo Olsen. Matt Taylor has been there pretty much the entire race, running third. He's 3.5 seconds behind the Lion. Alan Bradshaw, he did a great overcut a little bit on Solaguren. He jumps now up to P4. Has Solaguren about a second behind him, running P5. And then we have Olivia Hayward. She's 2.5 seconds behind Solaguren. And those are your 6 cars left on the lead lap. Then we have Justin Bedchard, Justin Brink, Jason Willett, and Hutchinson. That's your top 10. As we have 20 laps to go. These has actually gone by quite quickly.
This is discussions that we get into when your leader takes an 8-second lead, now 9-second lead on a mile and a third oval. Hugo Olsen. Yeah. But Mrs. Seidman needs to pick it up, because if you look in the rearview mirror right behind Mauricio Baroni, there is our leader. There he is. You can't see him now, but there he is, the yellow car right there.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It's common. But yeah, going back to Richmond, it doesn't even race that well in iRacing.
No,
so
it doesn't.
How is it going to race well with the real cars, and especially with the added weight? I don't see it happening. Iowa works because of the banking and the way that track is built.
Yeah.
But with Richmond, it doesn't really help a lot. It doesn't have like that great of a progressive banking.
No.
And it's a quote-unquote oddly shaped oval for IndyCars. I mean, these cars are very fast. It works for NASCAR, and it kind of does, honestly. If you look back at recent NASCAR races with the Gen 7 car, they have been a little better than the Gen 6, who, they were basically snoozer fests. Nobody was able to pass anybody, and that was because of the high horsepower that those cars could have. So I don't know. I don't think we probably would see a procession. And I know that we saw that in Iowa this time by this season, but that was just because of the repave that was going on. We have had spectacular racing back at Iowa. I guess that's the only thing that's the only oval that didn't really deliver this year, and we knew that was going to happen. Hayward now trying to run for her life. And now
let's get on there, get up on the wheel, Miss
Richard
Excitement.
Vasquez.
Come on, Miss Excitement. And Vasquez is right around them too. Here we go. Poor Richard.
Richard was like, man, again? As we're getting to 13 to go. I don't think Olivia's gonna force the issue here. She's probably gonna let.
I think the excitement might be contained here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, she led Hugo up to the wall.
And now taking a little bit of a defensive line, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to stay in the lead lap.
Like one more lap. I kept him behind me. And she stays high, and I thought she was gonna let off the throttle, but Miss Excitement strikes again. That's good. I mean, why not? Excitement level 10 right now is Miss Excitement trying to keep our leader Hugo Olsen at bay so she can stay on the lead lap. Currently in 6th. This is just a battle to see if she can stay at the lead. This is really the closest battle of note of anything on the racetrack at the moment. So we'll continue. Watch out, he goes into the wall.
Ooh,
That one hurt.
Yeah, no, that actually moved the. Oh man, I think he has a little bit of wheel damage.
We'll see. Let's ride with.
Damage.
Let's ride with. In the go, and he's in the middle. So he gets the dirty air from Vasquez, and then he gets the dirty air from her on exit, and oh, that was a good lick. That was a good lick.
Yeah.
That was a good lick. We'll see.
Solid. I think one of the suspension parts was damaged a little bit. I don't know. I think it kind of popped back out. Let's see. Last time by 23.8. I think he's good. He got away with it. I wouldn't really force the issue anymore if I was Hugo. I would just like, okay, that's fine. I have an 8.5 second lead. I had a 10.5 second lead, but maybe I can just chill behind these guys. Only 6.
Yeah, he's pulling back away from Will.
I don't think he's giving up. He's getting close again to Hayward. Seven to go this time by.
Good race. We started with 23. Early incident takes out the championship leader. We're not sure how that's going to impact the points. I will unofficially say he'll be our champion at the end of this. But we don't know how actually, when they do the final math and drop weeks and everything, how that will shake out. But other than that, it's been in the middle part of this race has been, separated by a large amount of green racing and large distances between cars. So it's not been the most exciting racing, but there have been exciting moments. A lot of it happened around the Vasquez there in the 8th, or in the number 8 and 15th. And he's right there in the center screen right now one more time. Well, we have 17 cars still running. We have 6 on the lead lap. Petschauer, Brink, and Jason Wallet are down 1 lap in 7th, 8th, and 9th. Four to go for the season here in the IIS. Again, I want to thank the community for allowing us to bring them this action all season long. I want to thank everyone who has made a donation to the campaign to help us put these on. They pay for improved graphics, improved hardware upgrades, pays for the good folks like Ryan and Antonio when they join me in the booth. All that money goes a long way. We don't keep it, don't save it up for a rainy day. It all gets reused back into the channel. So those donations have been important. Thank you very much. But it's cool that we got a chance for the first time since 2022. Which we all know 2023 was a wasted year. To bring this action of the IST all throughout 2024. 2 laps to go. Hugo Olsen looking for his.
He's finally bucking it up. It's like, okay, I don't
need this.
Ask anybody.
I don't need this. Yeah.
Yeah. The white flag is out. The difference between Olsen and Lyon is now down to 6.5 seconds, but that's just because Hugo Olsen is backing up basically every single entry. Coming to turn 3. A little bit of wall riding.
But he's going to bring it home. A race full of excitement for Hugo Olsen, your winner. And anything that could have gone wrong today, I think it did for him, and he managed to roll out the win. Will Lyon second. Here comes Matt Taylor. Where's Matt Taylor? Here comes Matt Taylor. There's Matt Taylor. Come on, 4th. Rateau. Third for Taylor. 4th for Rateau. Ozu in 5th. And Hayward coming home as the last car on the lead lap.
Quite an eventful race for Hugo Olsen.
Wow, yes.
Starting with that mishap of not having enough fuel and going to the pits, getting saved basically by that caution, and winning the race at the end of the day, and a dominating performance. Power slide entry now doing a little bit of a donut here, Nashville Super Speedway, and that's it for the 2024 IndyCar iRacing Series. So we had a blast here.
Do a little bit of lawn care on the NASCAR logo. I like it. Go ahead, go ahead. More skid marks over the NASCAR logo. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yes. Show him who's boss. Oh, here we go. Let's get today's final standings in here and get into the interview room. See if anyone would like to talk. Olsen with the win, and he added up to about 10 seconds at one point and smacked the wall, and it's kind of backed it up. You're right. Lyon eats into it a little bit. 5.7 is the final difference there. Matt Taylor for his, I think this is his second podium of the weekend here at Iowa. Yeah. Taylor finished second to King Robert in the Wednesday session. Good job for him. Berteau, 4th. Hozu, 5th. Miss Assignment, 6th. JP, 7th. He'll be happy when we bring him in the booth for the closing comments. Brink, 8th. In his first appearance here in the top split. Welcome, congratulations. Jason Wallet in 9th. Wayne Hutchison, 10th in his first appearance here in the top split. Congratulations to him, a top 10 on his first broadcast with us. Jarno Kausch, 11th. Logan Edwards, 12th. Baroni, 13th. Pogdal, 14th. Vasquez, maybe we'll call him Mr. Excitement today because it all happens to revolve around him. But he is 15th. Matty Sinclair is 16th. Gibson 17th. Hilgard disappointed with an 18th. Bryn Roberts 19th. George Houghton 20th. I think this is Robert and Houghton's first time on the top split. Gibson, I believe it's his as well. And I think maybe Logan Edwards first as well. Welcome again. Good to have you here.
Logan was back at Milwaukee.
Okay, all right.
I'm there, yep.
Wesley Butler, AJ Pritchett, Kevin Burrell. A key one there is Kevin Burrell. He is our championship points leader, getting credited for 23rd. We'll see how that might change the points. Now, I don't know how quickly the points change on iRacing, so you might have to tell me this.
It can take a little bit from 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Well, it depends.
All right, so
I'll try and see if it updates.
And of course, I had my app set up on my phone, and they gave me an update. They gave us an update to the app, and it reset. I had like all of my favorite series starred, and now they're not starred anymore. Thank you, iRacing.
Oh.
Okay, here it is. Now I found it. Still showing us the points are the same. So we'll see as we refresh the page. All right.
I think that's going to take a while for it to refresh. It's like we have Will Lion here.
All right. And let's do up some replays here real quick, too. All right. And let's bring him on in. Will Lyon, welcome. It's been a while since we talked last, my friend. Congratulations on the P2.
There he goes.
Yeah, let's talk about your race, man. How'd it go?
Yeah, it was good fun. I really liked this track. I bought it a couple of weeks ago, I think, and it's really difficult. And I like it. It's a good challenge. The race, a bit up and down. I think the caution kind of saved me a little bit because I was on the wrong strategy. I should have pitted with Hugo at the first caution. But no, it was good fun. And Hugo more than deserved to win that. He was flying out there today. But no, it was good fun, good battles, and just a shame Kevin got killed early on. But that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, we're refreshing to see how that impacts the points. But, Hugo did everything possible to try to give this race to you. He started off, we thought maybe he was trolling everybody when he said that he was low on fuel because when he loaded the setup, but it wasn't at 100% fuel. But then we realized mid-race that Swedes don't joke. So, he tells everyone, and then a caution falls within the first 10 laps, so he can immediately go in and get that taken care of, and kind of go on his second strategy. And then throughout the race, especially in the last 10 laps, smacked the wall multiple times trying to get around Hayward, to try to put her a lap down. And we thought that he was like, well, what's he doing? Is he just trying to give the win to Will? But I think he tried to do everything. But you might have been on a separate kind of fuel strategy on that last stint. I mean, was it going to be close for you?
No, I was going to have to box again. But it was kind of my mistake. I got a bit flustered with the fuel numbers, but I had Seb helping me engineer me through that, so I think we would have still ended up with a decent result because our pace was good enough to probably take the extra stop and not fall too far down. So, but no, it was good fun, and yeah, apparently I think Hugo was about to run out of fuel literally when the first yellow came out, but regardless, he probably still would have been able to fight his way back up to the front. So, he's just that good. So, but no, really fun. It's just a shame I've not had much time to do a lot of these this year, but I thought I'd pop in tonight and yeah, it's over for like another 6 months or something.
Yeah,
crazy,
there's always 2025 that we can see more of you, but You haven't lost it. You're still sharp, and finishing second here in the top split proves that. So congratulations. You have any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone to say hi to before we let you on your way and continue your evening over there in Europe?
Yeah, thanks to the Misses Festival for looking after the babe.
Very key.
So I could do this.
Very key, yes.
But no, also Seb and for guiding me through a lot of that race and a lot of the effort that him and Jesper and others have put into the setup for this track. So big shout out to all of them.
Yeah, Seb finished on the podium on Tuesday's top split. So you guys seem to have this place somewhat covered pretty well with IAR. Well, congratulations. Good to finally see you here on the broadcast. Good to finally get to talk to you after a long time. It's been a while, man. Woof.
Yeah,
and let's not make it too long for the next one, shall we?
Yes, absolutely. I promise.
All right, take care.
Take care, Will.
All right, cheers, guys.
Good seeing you, Will.
All right, Justin, the other voice here in the booth. Justin, top 10, buddy.
Yeah, I'm also trying to. I got an ice pack on my left hand because my left thumb is numb from the bumps.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it also didn't help the contact that I had with the wall off of turn 4 earlier in the race. In hindsight, though, as the old saying goes, it did help the turn in a bit going into the corners.
So it had the Jacob Oster effect. Okay. What happened on Tuesday with him smacking the wall, and all of a sudden certain things started to behave well. We were joking about that during the broadcast as well. At one point, I think you got up into the top 5, and then pit stops happened and other things happened. You kind of filtered on down, got down a lap, but still a nice solid top 10. You improved 6 spots. And a lot of the excitement in terms of the wrecks didn't really occur around you. All in all, a pretty good day for the 14 here in terms of the top split.
The only wreck that happened in front of me, though, was Hildegard, as I literally had a front row seat for that coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, did you see he kind of just got a little loose and then caught it and then nosed it right into the wall, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a movement going on, and I'm like, did he do? And then next thing I see, whoop, just dead right. It's like, oh yeah, he did. That was a hell of a race. I was hoping to get a top 5 to close out the year, but still saying goes with Nashville, doesn't matter if it's an open wheel car or a stock car. If you play your cards right, you're gonna be singing some pretty good music at the end of the race, and sure enough, we did. Starting right near the end and finishing 7th, I will gladly take it to end out the year. And it sucks we got to wait 6 effing months. But hey,
I know.
At least I'll take this compared to going until November for the NASCAR iRacing Fixed Series, to where at least I have a life again. But other than that, that was probably some of the most fun racing I've had, despite it being tough on my hand.
Well, Antonio, another season in the books, and I remember when we were planning.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Hugo. We have Hugo.
We got Hugo. Okay, let's bring in Hugo, because I got him on the screen. Hey, Hugo, we just saw you pop in. Congratulations on the win. Kind of an exciting final 10 laps for you, but the first 10 laps of the race and the final 10 laps of the race definitely were exciting for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. I messed up a bit in the beginning. Accidentally had too little fuel in the car, but I got an early yellow, and then I could sort of get off strategy, which helped me get to the front there and just try to run away when you had a chance to get clean air. That was my strategy.
And that, so from one competitor to another, when did you realize, oh shit, I forgot to fill this thing full of fuel?
Pretty much half of the warm-up lap. Yeah, on the back straight.
Uh-oh.
How many liters or gallons did you put in it?
I think I had like 3 or 4 gallons. So when the yellow got out, I had like just under 2 gallons left. So it was pretty much perfect because I had a lighter car to get the lead, I guess. And then I was forced to go to the like better strategy.
Yeah, it worked out in the end.
Well, let's talk about the last 10 laps. You smacked the wall for sure at least once. We think maybe twice. I think you hit the wall a couple of times this race. None of those licks really hurt you too much, though, when you hit them, did it?
Yeah, I thought like both of the big hits like must have bent the car, but somehow it still had a pace and the wheel was straight, so it worked out. But the last one, I was like trying to just go as fast as possible, but then I just got dirty air from 2 cars in line and the car just took off. And after that, I checked the relative and realized, okay, I have such a big gap, I can lose 1 second every lap and still win the race. So I just relaxed behind them after that.
I will agree. Dirty air was brutal at times, especially in lap traffic.
Well,
Yeah,
Hugo,
for
it's been a while since we've had you here on the broadcast. Good to see you again. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors that you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, I guess thanks to Powerslide for the car. I haven't raced in a while, so they, Adam and the other guys did all the work, I guess.
Well, there you have it. And, of course, we will. It's going to be another long wait for the next IAS, but I know we will see you again in some race or another. But hope to see you again back when the IAS starts again in 2025. Congratulations on the win today, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Thanks.
By the way, Hugo, here's a beer on me. hell of a win, man.
Yeah, thanks. It was.
All right.
I think we've all earned a beer after this.
Well, Antonio is getting ready to say before Hugo pops into the waiting room. I remember when we were putting together kind of what we wanted to do for 2024 on a very short notice because of what the license got reacquired and the whole 9 yards. I said, hey, man, you want to do this? And you're like, yeah. And then I'm like, they're 100% length races. I expected, oh, no. And to your credit, you stuck it out and everything. Thank you very much. I always say that Antonio's the reason why this, besides everyone wants to see the IIS, Antonio's the reason why everyone wants to see these broadcasts. So they're always important to the channel. We do them for free, but, man, they always seem to get a lot of clicks for whatever reason. So I am very, very glad that you were with me here in the booth for the IIS. I mean, up until they launched the Pro Series, this was the IndyCar Series that everyone wanted to win and be in. And I think to a lesser extent, it probably still will be, even with the Pro Series. But, we're going to maybe look at doing some Pro Series qualifying broadcasts next year if the situation is right. But you and I got to come back again for season 2025.
For sure. Yeah, no, and when you told me that, these races were going to be 100%, I was like, oh, well, that's going to be a challenge. But but I'm up for it, and I love being able to give a little bit back to the community in this way. To me, this is a lot of fun doing it. I really enjoy being a part of it, and trying to convey as much of the action as we can and share it with you all. It's been my pleasure doing this with you for the entire season, and looking forward to the next one. Or if we start doing something related with the Pro Series as well, same. I'm game, and we'll try and make it work. And hopefully, you guys watching at home enjoyed our commentary. And if you didn't, also let us know. But we're always open to improving and having feedback from everybody. So happy to do it, and looking forward to doing it again next year.
All right. Yeah, let's get the graphics up here one more time. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, donate. Those donations mean so much to this broadcast. As you go back and watch on the other channel some of those early broadcasts with the older graphics package. That's where a lot of your money's gone to, is improving the graphics package, improving the look, new equipment, new licensing, you name it. But we hope that we know that even in this channel that we've come a long way. So we appreciate everyone that's joined us along the way. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up here, and then that way we can get ready for qualifications at Nashville for real. I'm not sure when that is starting, but I'm thinking it's getting soon here. So I don't want to hold anybody up, and I certainly don't want to get any spoilers from anybody either. But let's get on out of here and give everyone back the remainder of their Saturdays here. And before we do, again, I want to shout out ERN. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. And everybody here that's still listening, make sure, if you haven't done so already, just subscribe to ERN. They're big supporters of iRacing. They're big supporters of IndyCar. They have their own IndyCar series. I helped them broadcast that. I didn't do a great job on Thursday, but we'll do a better job on their next race. They have one of the best Indy 500s out there. Make sure that to watch those. They bring in Mark Janes from the IndyCar Radio Network in there for that one. So make sure to give ERN a lot of love. They did not have to do this for us, and they did, and they've been great. And so the best way you can thank them is just liking, sharing, and subscribing to their channel. The other thing you can do for us, we're a new channel. Go over to P1 Broadcasting on YouTube and subscribe right now. In fact, there's a link in the description. All you have to do is click it, and it'll take you right to the page and automatically subscribe you. That's how easy I made it for you. Just click the link, and it'll automatically subscribe you. That's it. Voila. Just like that. But yeah, being a new channel, we need your subscriptions, and we will continue to push for those until we get ourselves back up to a level that we were at the old channel when we left. So thanks again there. Let's see, who else do I want to thank? Again, the community for kind of putting up with us, and then also allowing us to schedule this, and then being good sports about moving around dates and everything when we had conflicts. Again, thank you very much to everybody in the community as well. And of course, everyone at P1 and the whole crew here, thank you very much. We look forward to 2025 getting here and seeing a new look when we get to 2025 in the IAS. So that's it for today. The biggest thing is 4D Racewear. The guys at 4D Racewear, make sure you check it out, 4dracewear.com. They supported us ever since we came back after the license fiasco with Motorsport Games and the scam that they were running. They've been huge supporters of IndyCar and the community. And again, I want to thank them. Make sure you go to their website, buy some gloves, buy some of their shirts, buy the shoes. The shoes are awesome. But buy some of their stuff and give them a big thank you. So that's going to be it for today. Once again, our podium from Nashville Super Speedway, Hugo Olsen with his first win on the Top Split broadcast here this season. Will Lyon in his first appearance here in the Top Split this season. And Matt Taylor, another great run for him this week at the Nashville Super Speedway. And I think congratulations. We'll just have to see. But I think this is going to shake out that Kevin Burrell might actually win this thing. But if he does, congratulations to him. I think we're going to look at unofficial results right now. And best luck to him in the upcoming Pro Series later this month. So hopefully he's get a championship to bounce off of to go into the Pro Series when they kick off here next week or the week after. But that's it for the IAS. But as far from here, everyone at P1, join myself and Luis Gonzalez Nunez over on the P1 channel tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern for round 4 of the EGP Hypercar Championship from Road America. A link, as I said, is to describe is in the description. All you have to do is click on it, and we hope to see you there. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but they're not easy. Require time and money to produce. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar and enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar iRacing Series, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2024 broadcast fund. We realize times are tough, so any contribution you make will be greatly appreciated. We thank you for watching and make us a part of your Saturdays during NTT IndyCar race weeks. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 and ERN with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of today's race. And if you enjoyed today's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. Everybody who chimed in chat, thank you so much. You make the interaction so much easier. Kevin is saying in chat, no championship implications. Whew, I'm locked in, he thinks. And without something like a 5,500 strength of field and Alex winning in the last race of the weekend, he thinks he might be champion. So congrats to him once more.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome.
That was great for Kevin. Great to see. Great to hear that that didn't really affect the championship hopes. It would have been really bad.
And he's come a long way when he first joined the community. I think he joined us from originally doing kind of eSports with Gran Turismo and moving from Gran Turismo to iRacing IndyCar. That's a big jump. And he showed how good he was there and how good he is here.
Yeah, and he was very, very quick to, get used to the car and start being really, really fast. So, yeah, congratulations, Kevin. Great champion and, very well-deserving champion. So, happy for him.
Yep. P1 and ERN Saturday IndyCar iRacing Series Top Split coverage brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made for sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them at 48racewear.com. The link is in the description. Also, if you're new, click subscribe or while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so I'll miss out on more of ERN's other iRacing programming, including round 6 of their Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series on Thursday, September 26th at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, coming to you from Laguna Seca for the Oliver and Company LLC Grand Prix of Monterey. So just like Matthew McConaughey said in Sahara, it's you, me, and the Bay at Monterey. Join us then, right here on on the Elite Racing Network. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams to get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. So, for El Patron, Antonio Estrada, Ryan Walker is not with us. We got JP here and everyone at ERN and PR1. I'm Gary Gatto saying all thanks for watching. And to all our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed. God bless. Come home safe. Make sure to catch the real stars and cars of the NTT IndyCar Series this Sunday afternoon, September 15th at 3 p.m. for the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. Who will take home the Astor Cup for the third time? Will it be the wily vet and one of IndyCar's living legends of Will Power? Or will it be consistent and methodical Alex Palou? After Saturday, someone will be joining a group that consists of 7 elite drivers right now with 3 championships. Tune in and find out. Follow all the action on NBC, the Peacock app in America, the IndyCar Live app outside of America, or just join Mark Janes and the gang on the IndyCar Radio on SiriusXM channel 215. Be sure to check your local listings for the correct broadcast times in your area. And so, guys, that's it for this season. Hopefully, you'll catch us next time again in early March for the next race of the IndyCar iRacing Series. So until we meet again, we'll see ya.